I already talked about the PSVR launch game, so now it's time to look ahead. What can we take away from the PSVR titles that will come in the future? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit that like button. In January 2016, the leader of Sony's worldwide studios, Shuhei Yoshida, said in an interview with BBC that there are currently 100 games in development for the PSVR. We know that big studios like Ubisoft have some games in development, but still, the main thing is that the upcoming PSVR lineup is pretty lacking at this point. The point I made in the video about the PSVR launch games is that there are not a lot of big titles coming to the platform. Right now I can only think of Resident Evil 7. The demo that was released after the E3 2016 announcement made a ton of people happy. Personally, I'm not really a horror guy. I thought that Until Dawn was scary. So you know where I'm coming from. Anyway, I will stay away from VR horror, but still you can't ignore the fact that Resident Evil 7 will be the biggest upcoming title. And if you're like me, I mean scared every time it gets dark and you get chased by a weird guy in mask, then you have other titles to look forward to, but not really ones with a AAA degree. Rhombus on the Journey from Crytek looks super awesome. I mean, I love dinosaurs, to go figure. So to walk through a world that is filled with them is really awesome. Crytek is known for games like Crysis that, and you may remember this, by the time they launched, the best PC could not even run the game on Ultra. Crytek with the Cry engine always makes beautiful games, and looking at this gameplay makes me really want to try and experience it, although I'm more an action-oriented guy, and this looks like yet another slow-paced puzzle game. Which is why I'm pretty interested in Farpoint. It's not simply running around but also shooting using your gun, which is a nice change if we compare it to the huge part of the PlayStation VR lineup. You can also walk in this game. This may sound weird, but in a ton of VR shooters you blink to a place in order to go there. You don't simply walk, because it may be weird if you're sitting in real life but you want to feel immersive in the game, then yeah, it doesn't really make sense that you then walk as well. I think blinking though is even worse, because that is really not realistic, seeing like dots on the map and you can just simply go there. Anyway, Farpoint got me still excited, but I'm still not really convinced, because it's not a AAA game we come to expect. I mean, it's made by a small independent studio in San Francisco and not a big Sony owned one. I hope that at the PlayStation experience we will hear more about studios like, for example, Sucker Punch, known for the infamous franchise, that are now making a PSVR game, or Insomniac, that is using the knowledge that they gained from VR games that's creating now for Oculus to make an awesome Ratchet & Clank VR experience. Yes, Turismo is cool, but if you're not a racing fan, there's simply no other big Sony AAA IP to look forward to for the PlayStation VR. I also kinda miss the support of the big third-party studios. Okay, Activision and EA made small battleship experiences with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and Star Wars Battlefront respectively. Ubisoft is making some multiplayer games that look pretty low budget. I mean, look at this Eagle Flight game. I played it, was fun, but still it's not that high AAA game that we come to expect from Ubisoft, and that all the games that Ubisoft is making are focused on multiplayer. Cool idea to sit in a Star Trek spaceship and do all sorts of different stuff, but you do need 3 friends to buy the game, the PlayStation VR, be online at the same time. That's a little hard to fully experience this game. Bethesda's also doing some VR stuff with Doom and Fallout 4 announced for the HTC Vive, but from what we heard, Doom is like a tech demo and Fallout 4 is, like I said, not really that running around you blink in that game. It should still be the full experience though, but yeah, it's not coming to PlayStation VR. Right now Sony is missing the support of the big third-party studios. It would be super awesome to have, for example, a For Honor style game in VR where you can really sword fight. I would love that. We now have Golem. And I'm sorry, but I'm just not very impressed by this game. Hopefully it will turn out well though, because yeah, then we still have our sword fighting game. I want to jump on the PSVR bandwagon because what I've played so far is super awesome, especially Batman, and I want to just become a better Rigs player. But what will I be doing after I'm done with Rigs? What will I play in 2017 on the PlayStation VR? It looks a little bit like a Wii situation right now, where you jump on with a very awesome game like Zelda and Wii Sports, but then you're just simply jumping on every game that comes out because you want something to play with the motion controls in the Wii case. But it's just simply not so enticing, so you decide to give up. Man, that sounds like a bad scenario. No, I still hold hope because it looks like the launch lineup will be fantastic, and let's not forget that it's still new technology that people need to find out how to make enticing experiences for. So hopefully we'll see more AAA games in the future. Right now it's fairly early adopter device for people that want to experience VR gaming and a low cost compared to the competition. So know that when you jump in. I have been going back and forth, but I will do it though. I mean, even if the future is not very clear. If Sony doesn't announce anything big at the PlayStation experience in December, I have enough reason to worry, but right now, let's just check out the PlayStation VR launch games. I mean, one thing that will make the PlayStation VR a success no matter what is that VR is just super awesome. It really changes the way you play. Are you gonna buy the PlayStation VR? Let me know in the comments below. I will have way more PlayStation VR content up on the channel, so be sure to subscribe, like this video if you did, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.